The Chinese regime has been named as one of the top 3 violators of religious freedom, as an NGO released a report at the European Parliament on Tuesday.
Human Rights Without Frontiers, an international NGO based in Brussels, presented its latest report on freedom of religion and belief around the world at the European Parliament on Tuesday.
We identified 2 main groups of countries that don't abide by the international standards of the United Nations. First, the Muslim countries, because they criminalize normal activities related to freedom of religion, the ones that I have just mentioned. Then communist and former communist countries that have put in place systems to control all religious groups.
The report lists 27 countries of particular concern. China was named the 3rd top violator of the freedom of religious association, just behind North Korea and Eritrea. The assessment is based on events in 2012.
All the religious associations are under control of state agencies. Otherwise, if they are not in a state agency, affiliated to a state agency, they are considered in an illegal situation and they are heavily prosecuted.
The report's author and members of the European Parliament both highlighted certain persecuted groups in China.
That we are especially worried, of course, about continuation of repressions, massive repressions against Falun Gong practitioners. It was mentioned in the report that Falun Gong since 1999 has been most massively and cruelly persecuted, and there have been hundreds of thousands of people just imprisoned for their practices.
Vice President of the European Parliament, Laszlo Sotojan, recognizes the same pattern of suppression by the Communist Party as what he witnessed in Hungary.
These totalitarian systems are afraid of any autonomy. A religious body has an autonomous way of thinking. They have their own teaching, own behavior, and they not obey for everything.
The report marks the first international assessment that provides a list of people jailed for their beliefs in 18 countries worldwide.
Concerning China, it's a fact that there has been little progress in the last few years in matters of freedom of religion. And we must also say that we had a list of prisoners. That's useful, that's something that can be used as a tool by NGOs, by the EU, to ask for their release.
The European Union will soon adopt the guidelines on freedom of religion or belief, which will in turn guide its policy towards other countries. The report on Tuesday will facilitate advocacy by NGOs and the EU's external human rights dialogue. NTD News, Brussels, Belgium.